Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Billy Davis. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel because when you guys do that, we go to a different stratosphere. That's just how it goes. Guys, today we're going to be talking about this new Vince McMahon docuseries, and the video is basically going to be based around that. I'm just going to be giving you guys my thoughts. What I think this is going to be, what my personal thoughts are on it, and I will be asking you your guys' thoughts as well. So, without further ado, let me shut up. Let me stop talking. This one's going to get a little interesting. Let's just go dive directly into the video. Yo, what is going on YouTube? You heard it there up front. Do all the things. Definitely do all of the things. Now, guys, I want to talk about this Mr. McMahon docuseries. It is 6 one-hour episodes of pretty much the rise and fall of Vince McMahon or Mr. McMahon. Netflix is choosing to put this out on September 25th. Now, I had heard speculations, and you guys can correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong, but I had heard speculations that they had kind of just scrapped this, and they weren't going to go on with it, especially following the allegations behind Vince McMahon. Now, I want to kick this off with, I am by no means any person of any relevance in regards to this said situation. I am just here to give my humble opinion or my own discreet version of whatever this is. So I just want to make that very clear up front before talking about this. But yes, no. The Mr. McMahon docuseries is set to come out on September 25th on Netflix. Again, it is 6 one-hour episodes talking about the rise and the fall. And as we all know, Vince McMahon had a very crazy rise. Now, before we get into these allegations, let's talk about strictly the rise of Vince McMahon, which, truth be told, had a lot of allegations to that. Obviously, we go back to the trials in the early 90s. You know, and this is after he had already bought in all the territories and WWE was already a global conglomerate. Try saying that real fast. Vince had already had a bunch of allegations being pushed at him, and that was kind of like his almost introduction to the world, if we're being honest, because beforehand, yes, wrestling was global, but nobody knew that Vince, besides the wrestlers, knew that Vince was actually the owner of the WWE or the WWF at the time. So, thinking about this and thinking back on all of this, I wonder if that's, I mean, obviously they'll tell the story of how he bought the company from his father, all this and that, but I do genuinely wonder if it really starts and takes place then, or if they're going to skip over. I guess what I'm trying to say here is I wonder if they're going to skip over the hard stuff, because one thing that did come out was that Janelle Grant, the person who allegedly all of everything that happened with Vince McMahon happened to her, was not actually interviewed for this docuseries. Which begs the question, is this going to be like a soft box kind of docuseries? Are we literally just going to talk about the rise and the fall and that's going to be it? We're not going to really dig into it, and we're not really going to get into the deeper side of this. Honestly, because these allegations that were pushed against Vince are horrific. And I always wonder, are they ever going to be spoke about? One thing I remember is that Vince's health, I think Linda McMahon said it, Vince's health was kind of on a decline. So I wonder if they're getting this out strictly maybe on behalf of, there's so many questions that just run through my mind about Vince McMahon in this whole docuseries, because it is an interesting one. I think that's very fair to say. So Netflix putting this out, I just hope that behind it we get all of the questions that we've been asking. Obviously, we know we're not going to get the Janelle Grant questions, which is not okay, but it's going to have to be for the time being. And yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how this docuseries is going to go. Because everything that has happened with Vince McMahon is just... I mean, you talk about a guy who literally came up and I'm not going to say turn nothing into something, because it was something. But he came up and it was very small. They were territories. He turned territories into a global conglomerate. And he did that. And like, yeah, great. And then he gave us the Attitude Era. He gave us the Ruthless Aggression Era. But none of that can ever matter. None of it, which sucks, honestly. None of that can ever matter considering the allegations behind this man. And here we are, a couple years removed after he had stepped down from power, walked away from the WWE, still discussing this man and the things that he's done. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm not going to monetize this video at all. Just on behalf of Janelle Grant and the people involved in all this, I hope that their voices are heard one day. That's, if you want my honest opinion, this docuseries really can't matter, because those people need their voices heard just as much. Vince was always going to get his voice heard. There you have it. Vince was always going to be heard regardless of whether we wanted to hear it or not. He was Vince McMahon. But Janelle Grant, on the other hand, sorry if this turned into that, but no, it's true. Janelle Grant, we were her voice wasn't going to be able to be heard like Vince's, and that sucks. So I just hope that I hope that they at least got reached out to and chose to deny it. I hope that at the very least. Whew. This video turned into something I was not expecting it to turn into. But I want to get your guys' thoughts on the Vince McMahon docuseries. What do you guys think this is going to be? What do you guys think is going to happen? You guys can let me know down in the comment section below. My apologies for the tyrant here. It turned into a tyrant. But other than that, I say that's all I got for you guys today. My name is Billy Davis. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.